Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, well, we went to the past, or Meto's past, his, at least, well, I guess past, well, technically it's his past in that it's in the previousness, because it's not current time? Time is weird. Time is a weird soup. Yeah, we are kind of in the past. We're in Meto's time, well, Meto and Yuri, technically. But not in Yuri's, I guess, future. We're in Meto's, I think, technically the last thing that he remembers? Yeah, that sounds right. We're at the place of the time where Meto last remembers. Time travel isn't confusing at all. I guess this is time travel, so I can't bitch about time travel shenanigans and my dislike of them when this isn't time travel. This is very distinctly not time travel, actually. But, yeah, instead of me waffling on about time travel and bitching about it like I have in the past, although I don't think that video, whatever. Let's just get back into it, shall we? We're here. We easily made it to the diner. Seeing the cracked curb next to the road and the empty parking lot felt nostalgic. A couple of things came to mind as I looked at the scenery. I recalled asking my friends for help with my homework and chatting about manga and stuff at this diner. This must be a nostalgic place for you. Yeah, it's called a diner. I don't know what it's called where you live. Maybe a cafe or something. I just took a wild guess. I couldn't really imagine what that Aguni world was like, but based on the way Kiki and Ariri-san dressed, it reminded me of Edo, Japan. Perhaps a hostel? Public place where you can eat? I guess I learned something new. I thought hostels were places where you stayed. Like, not exactly like a hotel, but kind of sort of. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know too much about hostels other than the really bad movie from the early 2000s. What was it really bad? Fuck, I haven't seen that. I saw it when it came out. I probably saw it a couple years later if it was on TV or something. Or thinking, I remember watching this movie a few years ago. I wonder if it was any good, and remembering that no, it wasn't. At least, I think it wasn't any good. I learned something too. Let's head in. I opened the door to the diner. Welcome. The waitress greeted us as we entered. She must have been a high school student. Her greeting was quite energetic. Hi there. How many people will you have today? She casually spoke to me. Maybe I knew her? I didn't remember, though. 4 people today. The other 2 will be coming later. I tried my best to act casual, too. Oh, how cute. She pet Kiki's hair. What? Okay. Is she your little sister? That's a unique get-up. She's from a local shrine. Just as he says, please treat me well. I see. The girl seems dubious about my story, but she still led us to our table. Then we sat down. Enjoy yourselves. She headed back to the front of the diner after that. You. She's a rather sociable person. Do you know her? Probably. I used to come here regularly, so she must have recognized me. I see. I looked around the diner as we talked, but I saw no sign of Yuri or Ariri-san. I should easily be able to find them when they do show up, though, given Ariri-san's outfit. Are you hungry? No. Me neither. Me neither. I guess we should order something light. Yeah. Sorry for startling you. I was just trying to call for someone to tend to us. It's a bell. I see. This world's filled with loud noises. She was right. She shrieked an innumerable amount of times while we headed for the diner. Honking horns, the campaign cars, the jingle at the traffic lights. I couldn't imagine there being similar things in that Aguni world of hers. The jingle was easy to listen to, right? It was an old melody, after all. It must have been similar to something in Aguni. The one that went da la la da la 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 was it was a little creepy. I actually agreed with her. You have a rather pleasant voice, though, Kiki. I never noticed it before. Really? Yeah, it's healing. I see. Sorry for the wait. An older lady came to our table. It seems pretty crowded. Don't worry about it. Thank you for being patient. I must have known her as well, but I didn't recognize her. What will you be having? I wasn't particularly hungry. I guess we just go with drinks and some fries. Oh my, dearie me. Kiki was singing in tune with the subtitles on the big screen. There was a singer with a well-shaped face singing along with the subtitles. She's so cute. Is she your little sister? No, she's from my neighborhood. We'll have some drinks and french fries. Yeah, drinks. Not specific drinks, just drinks, not water, not tea, not coffee, not soda of some kind. Just drinks. Whatever you bring out's fine. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Want me to add a kid's meal? My treat. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll be back soon. She left. I slightly bowed my head to the lady and then looked back over at Kiki. What were you doing? No, I was just thinking I should learn one of these songs here so I could be up with the latest trends in this world. It's a wonderful song. Maybe she was happy that I said I liked her voice. She continued singing until the lady came back with the kids' meal. I looked over at the front door every time the buzzer rang, signaling that someone came in. And finally, I saw Riri-san in that traditional Japanese outfit of hers. It's Riri-san. I waved my hand at her. Riri-san glanced over at me, then headed over to us with a sour look on her face. It's been a while, Shadowless. Hey, have a seat. Kiki slid over so that Riri-san could sit down. Riri-san sat down in her seat after that. I'm glad you're safe. I was worried we wouldn't be able to find you. My clothing likely helped. I met it with Yamagami soon after I came to. Oh, right. Where's Yuri? She is here. Riri-san looked over and... Someone was standing right next to me before I realized it. Yuri? Mind if I sit next to you? I was a little shocked to see her, but I slid over. She sat down next to me. Why? I don't know. I didn't realize until Riri pointed it out. She looked just like I remembered. Short hair, somewhat upward slanted eyes, all of it was nostalgic to me. I guess she's been adapted to fit this world. Maybe. I don't see any shadows here after all. Did they all disappear? I don't know, but they're likely not here. If they were, the city would be in a state of panic. You said it. Everything seems a little different, though. Let's get started. I leaned over as Yuri replied with a sure. Let's sort out what's going on. Yuri said that while stirring her coffee. The last thing I recall from yesterday was intense pain shooting through my head. Me as well, and it looked like the world was crumbling. I was in my room before I realized it. I was surprised to see my mother and father, and then I realized what was going on. I was in some park. I was in some place called a Lawson. Right, and we all ended up here in this world. It must be some sort of new development. Yuri sipped on her coffee after pouring some milk into it. There's no doubt this is myth. I haven't felt hungry at all, and Riri and Kiki are with us. However, our senses in general are more vivid. I feel like I'm walking along with accompanying fatigue. There is no change in scenes. Right, it means we're very close to being human. But why here? What do you mean? I asked Kiki that as she spun the national flag on her kids' meal. Why did Myth choose this world to come to to move us to it out of the many others it could have chosen? I don't understand the intent behind it. There is a reason. Yuri said that because of that was because of the notebook. I took out the notebook in question from my backpack and handed it to her. About my past. Yuri began to recite what was written in the notebook. If I was a student in 2002, I can assume I was born somewhere around 1980. So you would be 22 at this point and not 18 as you are claimed to be. Alright, there's a thing from here. Alright, there's that. Okay. The ones who gave me my name, Mama and Papa, may hold an important key to my memories. And something about unraveling something. I imagine recalling related memories will be a focus for future me's. So, what about that? Look at your cell phone. I grabbed my cell phone and the screen said 2002. Miss Autonomy produced this new development. It's hard to think this is part of the plot that the author wrote. That unravel part? Right. The year Meito disappeared. Myth must want to show it to us. Something related to Tanabe-sama's past? For what reason? I'm not sure either. Either it's in Myth's favor or it's trying to tell us something? It almost seems like it's challenging us to find the truth. In the year 2002, I went inside Myth. That must have been correct since I had no memory of 2003 or any years beyond that. So what prompted me to go into Myth is likely about to happen again? That would be logical. Yuri gazed at herself, grazing at her cell phone, just chewing on it like cows chew cud. November 13th, 2002. Yuri, it's time for you to explain. Explain what? I need to know more about you. I don't know what you mean. Something about you has felt off since we came here. Right. Yuri Yamagami felt off to me. Yuri, as I remember her, was more of a tomboy. I can't imagine you'd throw your life away to go into Myth. Yuri would never accept any truth that she was faced with. She'd break down if she did. That sounds absolutely horrible. She was slightly unstable even though she tried to act tough. That was exactly how I remembered Yuri. However, you have mental fortitude, unlike her. Am I wrong? Wait a minute, what's going on? A time traveler. Huh? Yuri, You know what happened beyond the year 2002, don't you? I died in the year 2016. 14 years later. No wonder why she changed. I can only imagine what she did during those 14 years. Of course, I was interested. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide it from you. It's okay. I knew it was probably something you couldn't just casually bring up. My heart ached just seeing her like that. She seemed like she was about to burst into tears. It's fine. I won't ask a thing. I don't want to bother you. Can we do this after? We need to prioritize what's happening now. Sorry. I shook away those feelings and got back on track. This is what I don't understand. Kiki pointed at a certain part of the notebook, and our gazes all followed. Meto-san said the world ended in the year 2002. However, Yuri-san is here, and she's from the year 2016. What could that mean? The world didn't change, not at all during those 14 years. Then it was Meto who changed. The world came to an end, and I was left alone. What did that mean? Was that just an illusion you saw? It's possible. Shadowless was killed in the year 2002. Perhaps it was then, right before his death, that he saw the world come to an end. That seemed the most likely of the possibilities I could think of. Does that mean the story ends with Meto-san's death? Thinking logically, you would say yes, but there's no reason for us to partake in that. In other words, I knew what Riri-san was getting at. If this world is a story depicting my death, and we're aware of that, it's up to us to avoid it. And I was the one who could write things down in the notebook after all. Meaning that if I didn't avoid death, I couldn't write the truth in the notebook Pop. Yamagami, do you remember the date when Shadowless was killed? Riri-san pressed Yuri for an answer in an aggressive manner. I understand your distress. I know that this is a lot of mental pressure, especially for a girl not even 20 years old. She seemed to be warning Yuri. This is just a dream, though. A dream extremely close to reality. Do you plan on complicating things even in here? I understand, Yuri replied with a warm tone. I don't know the truth, not even whether you really died or not. What do you mean by that? You were always a missing person, even into the year 2016. Huh? You stopped coming to school one day. I don't remember the exact date, but I recall it being in December. I heard that you transferred to another school. I didn't believe it though. You were always so punctual, but yet you didn't even call to tell me that. It's November 13th right now. When does the month change? On the 31st. Based on what's written in the notebook, this is the third day in myth. It means that something must have happened within the next 17 days. Next 17 days. That makes sense time-wise then, unless I'm wrong about how dates work in this world. No, you're right. Yeah. Riri-san gulped down the green tea she had. Kiki spun around the ice in her now empty glass. And Meto and I should just live our lives like we used to. We wouldn't be able to reach the truth if we tried to act in outlandish ways. It'd be to our advantage to just follow along with whatever developments occur. Kiki and I will search for the core behind all of this, and when the murder is about to occur, we'll prevent it from happening. Don't forget to keep a detailed record of everything in your notebook. Write down everything that occurs at the end of the day. Right. The more he writes down, the better the chances he has of returning. So I have to be wary of the bits of myth lingering about while I continue to record things in my journal. That's right. I watched Kiki as she chewed on a piece of her hamburger steak. I was determined to not screw this up. After all, everything was up to me. Only I know what happened to me in the past, and I would make sure I'd let my future self know. And there's something we must do. Yuri sighed. What? You guys. Bomb voice. Us? You can't just walk around with clothes and hair like that. You need to blend in with this world. I mean, the hair is actually probably fine. It's just the clothes. It's the clothes that's not. I guess it's a bit unnatural compared to everyone else. Then again, they could just claim to be cosplayers and probably be fine. Kiki, could you do something about that? Yes, I'm actually interested in your clothing here, so that's not a problem. No, I mean your body. Are you really a child? No, I'm actually in my 20s. I'm suppressing my power at the moment. Alright, not that I know what that means. Is there any way you can go back to looking like an adult? You don't really pass as a kid right now, considering the way you talk. Tanabe-sama? Sorry, can't really help you. There are characters like that in anime, but not so much in real life. Again, just claim they're cosplayers. I'm reluctant. Could you please do it? Remove the mirror. Your power will be unleashed and your body's natural state will return. Riri? You're too cautious. If you're going to resist, I'm going to take that mirror or whatever off myself. Yuri looked like she was about to push Kiki to the ground. Okay. Kiki took her mirror off. Is this okay? There was no transformation scene or anything like you see in anime. She just changed back to her real self. It was kind of anticlimactic. Tanabe-sama? It's nothing. You must have thought her clothes were going to be torn off or something. I agree. No, that's not it. It's something like a smokescreen, so I readily adapt to my clothes. Thank you for that information. It happened almost instantaneously, so none of the other people in the diner seemed to notice. I was a little worried before she took the mirror off, but I'm glad that fear was pointless. Next up will be your clothes and hair. Wait, how are we going to pay for that? Don't worry, I withdrew some money from my savings. You're pretty prepared. I have no use for it besides this. You should withdraw your money too. If I can remember my pen, so I joked. Let's get going then. We stood up from our seats. Oh dear. The old lady from before was shocked to see Kiki's radical change as we went to pay for our check. Is something wrong? No, I'm sorry. I think I was seeing things earlier. I do like that she still has her idiot hair. There wasn't really much reason for us to answer, so we just left. And I think that is where we're going to end off this episode. So next time, with this lovely little track in the background, I think we're going to have a scene where we try on varying outfits for their Riri and Kiki. Not Riri and So, as I keep wanting to say on accident. But yeah, that's next time, and I hope to see you all there.